So what is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to yet another Black Ops 4 Zombies video on the channel, where today we are taking a look at our new Zombies map, IX, or otherwise known as 9. As you may or may not know, this time around we are having 3 total Zombies maps on disc for Black Ops 4. Usually we have 1 or 2. This time we are having 3 Zombies maps called IX, Voyage of Despair, and also Blood of the Dead, which is a remaster of Mob of the Dead. I have all trailers of those on my channel if you want to check them out, but so far I've done a full breakdown of the Blood of the Dead trailer, telling you guys everything that it's going to include, what we could be doing, and storyline information to do with that, so if you haven't, check it out. Yesterday I also did a breakdown of the Voyage of Despair trailer, which is set on the Titanic, where we talked about the characters, the artifact they were there to collect, the outbreak on the ship, and also the possibility of the Titanic crashing into the iceberg. So again, if you haven't already, definitely check that one out. But the third and final map that we are going to be getting is IX, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. As always, if you enjoy the video, a like rating would be appreciated. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest Zombies videos on the channel. Click that bell notification icon, and without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. So I can't actually show you the full trailer in this video as they are copyrighted. However, like I said, I have previously uploaded them on the channel, so if you want to check the trailer out in full, I will link it down in the description. So, IX. I'm just going to call it 9 as that's what it is in Roman numerals. We know that in this map we are going to be playing with our 4 new characters whose names are Scarlet, Bruno, Diego, and Shaw. And we start off in this underground cave-like area. We don't know where this is located, but it seems like this place has something to do with the Ancient Order. Now, in Black Ops 4 Zombies, we are getting a whole new storyline. This is a brand new, separate story, completely different to our previous story, which was in the Ether. And apparently in Black Ops 4, that's exactly what it's going to be like. We know we are also getting Blood of the Dead, where we play as the Primus crew, and that's going to be part of the old Ether story. Whereas these 2 new maps, IX and Voyage of the Dead, are going to be part of the new story. And both of these are separate. Apparently, they don't intertwine with each other, which could mean that element 115, which was used to create the zombies in the original timeline, doesn't exist in our new story, and instead it's something else, which you will see later on, that is used to create the zombies. So if it's a whole new story, then does that also mean that Dr. Monty, the Primus characters, the Keeper, the Apothecans, does that also mean that they don't exist in our new storyline? They don't exist in this new universe, which for me is quite strange, because in the original timeline there were still thousands of universes and there were thousands of versions of Richtofen, so you would think in some way they will connect, but the fact that it doesn't look like 115 is going to be the source of the zombies, it may not be in our new storyline at all, and in fact it's something new that actually infects people this time, well, that makes me think otherwise. But anyway, so getting into our new Zombies map IX, as I said, we start off in this underground temple room, which looks like it belonged to the Ancient Order. All we really know is that the Ancient Order is a new group of enemies that we are going to be seeing in our new Zombies storyline, and we were told that they were hell-bent on transforming the world to fulfill their evil agenda. So I'm guessing they wanted to turn the whole population of the world into the undead or something like that. Meanwhile, also wanting to make themselves more powerful and maybe immortal. But we're told by this mysterious voice that is talking in this underground temple that our characters are travelers. The voice says, "You come seek answers." It says the knowledge you seek was not intended for mortals. A mortal is basically a normal human being, someone who can die, as opposed to, let's say, a god or a divine being. These characters are normal people, so they are mortals, and the knowledge that they are trying to find isn't meant for them. But this voice then says, and I can't quite tell, it seems to say the power of something will transport you. And then as they sniff this substance that they have in this bowl, this green liquid, the voice says, let yourself fall through the ancients, through time and space itself, and pray for your safe return. And then suddenly their eyes turn black and they are transported to another place. So from what I'm getting from this, it looks like this liquid is kind of like our new teleporter in this new world that we are going to be in. Instead of teleporting around, it seems they've come to this underground temple or whatever this place is that has this liquid, and when you smell it, you can teleport through space and time to somewhere else. Maybe that's something that only the divine mortals can do. This is a power that these gods have to teleport or transport themselves through space and time. Maybe this place was built by them and used by them, and our characters, being nosy or intrigued, have come here, they've smelt this substance, and then it sent them through space and time to a different location. So like I said, instead of in the old world where we would use physical teleporters, maybe this is how our new characters travel around. Maybe this is how they got on the Titanic, by coming here, smelling this substance, and it then gives them the ability to travel to different locations. And as this voice says, hopefully they will return safely. But as we can see, they are then teleported to a gladiator arena where they are gladiators. Now, I'm not exactly sure of the location. There's clearly sand all over the floor, and there also seems to be kind of like sand coming in from outside the arena as well. Obviously, gladiator battles were used for entertainment during the Roman times, the Roman Republic and the Roman Empire, but judging from the sand, it doesn't really look like it's set in Rome, and it actually could be set in Egypt. During the early times, from like 30 BC up until the year 600, something like that, the Romans invaded and conquered Egypt. Not only that, but many other countries as well were under the Roman Empire. But since Egypt was a big part of the Roman Empire, and they would have had gladiator fights here, well, it looks like that's exactly what it could be, placed in Egypt under Roman rule. And then as you see outside, we have this figure in a mask, which if you remember in the BO4 poster, we also saw someone in a mask. This looks quite similar, although there are hundreds of other people around here wearing masks as well. He's got all symbols over his body, more than likely to do with alchemy, and I believe these people were part of the Ancient Order, this group that was hell-bent on transforming the world to fulfill their evil agenda. Obviously, this is a gladiator arena, so something's gonna go down. These prisoners are being tied up. This figure is then handed the artifact that we've seen a few times now, also in the Voyage of Despair. And what we know from this already is that this artifact is what is used to create the undead. There are two pieces for it that you can bind together, and upon doing so, it will unleash what looks like an evil spirit, which will infect anyone near. So that looks like it's our new way of how the zombie infection came to be. It looks like 115 doesn't exist in our new world, and instead of that, we now have this artifact that releases this evil spirit looking thing. I'm not exactly sure how it works just yet, but it infects people around it and turns them into the undead. And we see that happen right here. As soon as this person connects the two things together, a bubble is created which protects anyone inside of it from becoming infected, and then everyone outside gets caught by this black smoke and turned into a zombie. And then as you see, the gladiators are released and they have to fight against the undead. It seems like instead of in real life where they would have used gladiators versus gladiators or gladiators versus animals like lions, tigers, in our zombies world, what they actually did for entertainment was to spread the zombie infection on the people and then have the gladiators fight them for entertainment. And we can see our characters, who are also gladiators, are here to fight against them. There's also a new type of zombie, which is this thing. I have no idea what the hell this is going to be called, but it's freaking crazy. It comes out of this man's body, but there we go, that is the full trailer. Now, it looked like our characters purposely sent themselves here. They didn't just, accidentally get locked up, become prisoners, end up fighting against the zombies. As we saw at the beginning, they purposely teleported themselves here, and the only reason for that could have been to collect the artifact. We saw the same in Voyage of Despair, where they had travelled to the Titanic to collect the artifact out of the safe. Well, it seems like on IX, they've travelled to this gladiator arena, more than likely to collect this artifact from the Ancient Order. How it ended up in this arena or on the Titanic, we don't know just yet. There's still loads of information we don't know. Obviously, there's all symbols in this map that we don't know the meaning of. We know that it also has a lot to do with alchemy, but that is a basic breakdown of what's going on here. And that so far should give you a good idea of the storyline. And also that kind of tells us how our characters are able to travel around. So anyway guys, there we go. Don't worry, I will be doing many more videos on this, but if you're excited for now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's a whole new world, a whole new story, but don't worry because there are two separate stories. Blood of the Dead is coming back with the premise characters as well, so we have the old story as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It looks like this map is going to be taking place in a gladiator arena, probably in the middle grounds, but who knows, we could be able to go up in the stands, maybe underground as well. And also, I saw a lot of people people in the trailer saying that is this only melee weapons, and honestly I really don't think so. We've seen already in Voyage of Despair that this black mist not only turns people into zombies but also into objects, and it turns some of them into the mystery box. So I'm guessing within IX not only did the black mist that got released turn people into zombies, but it also turned some of them into the mystery box as well. We just didn't see it in the trailer. So more than likely weapons will be coming as well, but hopefully we do also get to use these melee weapons that we saw in the game, because it would make sense. In a Gladiator arena, I think that'd be really awesome. Honestly, the locations that we have so far, the Titanic, Mob of the Dead, a Gladiator arena, what's not to love? So drop a like rating, make sure you are subbed, and of course I will see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.